Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Kemi, and I'm here to talk about Love Island USA Season 8, Episode 1. Now, I know it's been a minute. I've been watching, just been busy, but I'm about to bring all the episodes out to you guys as soon as possible so we can get back on track and we can get our daily dose of our Love Island. But before we begin, please also make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on your post notifications so you'll know whenever I post. All right, so I'm trying something new, so bear with me. Okay, so I didn't do a when they first revealed the cast, I did not do a video about it because I didn't want to go deep diving and all that other stuff. So I'm just gonna do a quick overview of who the cast are, and then we'll start the review. So we have Anaya. Yes, Anaya. She is 23 and from Georgia. And let me make this a little bit bigger. I'm sorry, y'all. Again, I'm trying something new. All right, so we got Anaya, 23 from Georgia. Then we have Beatrice. She is 25 from California. So that's her. They call her Bia. We have Bryce, and he is 29 from Los Angeles. He's the oldest of the group. We have, let's see who's next. Casey, he is 23 from California. Then there's Kenzie. She's 24 from Georgia. Then this is Melanie, and she is, I think she's 22. No, she's 24. I'm sorry. She's also from Los Angeles. Then we have Sean. He is 29 and he lives in Pennsylvania. That's where he lives now. So then we have Sincere, and he is 25 from New Jersey. We have Trinity, 22. She's from Virginia. She's the youngest in the class. And then we have Zach, and he is 26 and he's from England. And he is Charlie's brother, and Charlie is from last season. Yeah, Charlie from last season. My bad, y'all. All right, so now that we got that out the way, so we start the episode off meeting the girls, and the first girls that come in, we meet Anaya. It's Anaya and Kenzie. They come in first. They get to know each other. Then Melanie comes. Then Beatrice and Trinity comes, and I'm gonna call her Bia because that's what she goes by, and I don't want to butcher her name. So she comes in, they come in, they're all talking, getting to know each other. Ariana comes in and she talks to them, figures out what they're looking for and all that other stuff. And then we meet the guys. So Sincere and Bryce show up first. Then Zach, which again is Charlie's brother, he comes in. Then Casey and Sean, they're the last ones. And Sean is a cop. So when they're introducing themselves and Sean says he's a cop, someone makes a joke and says, "Oh, he a Fed." So he tells us that he was in a long-term relationship that ended, and then he had a baby that wasn't planned, and now he lives in Pennsylvania near his baby or whatever. So we then play a game so that they can figure out who they want to couple up with. So they get asked a bunch of questions, and then they have to stand in front of a door, and they stand in front of the door. So the girls are on one side and the guys are on the other side. They'll stand in front of the door, and when they open the door, whoever is in front of that door, they get to kiss. So the first question was your favorite sex position: missionary, doggy, or cowgirl. So for missionary, it was Casey, Sincere, and Anaya. So they all made out. Then for doggy, it was Sean, Bryce, Trinity, and Bia. They all make out. Then for cowgirl, it was Zach, Melanie, and Kenzie. They make out. The next question is, what type of person are you? A dog person, cat person, or a plant person? So for a dog person, we have Sincere, Sean, Melanie, Bia, Kenzie, and Anaya. They all make out. Then the cat person is Bryce, Zach, and Trinity. They all make out. and then Casey was a plant person, and nobody was on the other side of the door. So he was just like, I guess I miscalculated. And I was just like, baby, that man was opening doors this episode, and nobody was on the other side of it. And he has now become a meme, and I ain't mad at it. So the next question is, they say, is it okay to check your partner's phone? Never, sometimes, always. So never, it was Sean, Bia, and Anaya. They make out. Sometimes it was Casey, Zach, Bryce, Melanie, Kenzie, and Trinity. They make out. And then the person who said always was Sincere. And of course, there was no girl behind the door. So they all talk about, why you would check your phone and all that other stuff. So then the last question is, are you here for love, or are you here for fun, or something like that? They all stand in front of the door for love. So they all start to make out. So then once they've all done making out, they go ahead and they stand behind the girls are back on the other side and the guys are on this side. So now it's like they have the guy's name on the door, and then the girl will stand in front of the door of the guy that she wants to couple up with. The guy will open the door, and whoever is there, he'll either couple up with them, or if it's more than one person, he'll have to choose. And then whoever's not chosen will go and sit down and wait until everybody is coupled up, and then they'll get in a couple. So they stand behind their doors. The first person to open the door was Bryce, and Trinity was behind his door. So they couple up. Then we see Bia. She's behind Sean's door, and they couple up. Casey opens his door, and no one is there. So he has to go and sit on the couch. This is when he became the meme. Then we see Anaya and Melanie are standing behind Sincere's door. He chooses Melanie, so Anaya goes and sits on the couch. Then Kenzie is behind Zach's door. And so then now you have Anaya and Casey, they get coupled up. So those are our couples, and let me show you them again, trying something new. So we gonna figure this out. So I'm getting the pictures from Instagram. So let's see. Here we go. Okay. All right. All right. And sorry. All right. So you got Zach and Kenzie, then Bryce and what's this girl? And Trinity. Sorry. Then you got Casey and Anaya, Bia and Sean, Melanie and what's this? And Sincere. Sorry. So those were our couples. So, they all go, once they've been coupled up, everyone goes and they're, getting to know each other. I forgot to mention that Bia is she's a paraplegic because she was born with a condition where she had to get her, I think it's her left leg or her right leg. I can't remember. One of them is amputated. So she's missed, she like, it was amputated. So she is I think it's she's a Paralympic runner. She's won a bronze medal. I may be saying that wrong. I don't think it's paraplegic. I'm saying it wrong, but she's won a bronze medal in the Olympics. For the Olympics. I'm just lost words. I'm sorry, y'all. So they're getting to know each other. They all, like, a couple of them go and tour the house. They, sit together and they talk. Zach tells Kenzie that he's never dated a blonde woman. He normally goes for dark features, dark hair. That's his type. We see Melanie and Sincere. They're both from the East Coast and they get along. They feel like they've known each other in another life. We see Amaya and Casey talking about what each of them do. So, they're all getting to know each other. We see Sean and Bia talking, and, they're talking about each other. And Sean is telling her how he taught himself how to line dance and he loves country music. And he asked her, so he was just like, so if we in a car and a country song comes on, what you gonna do? And she's just like, man, I'm gonna turn that ish off. She's just like, I'd rather get another disability, be deaf, than listen to country music. I was just like, this girl is a mess. So the girls are talking. We see the girls together, then we see the guys together. They're all talking about, how their conversations were going and all of that. So Kenzie says, she likes Zach, but she thinks Zach isn't feeling her. She's talking about how he said he's never dated a blonde and all this other stuff. So we see Bia telling everybody that, she doesn't want to be a stepmom because, Sean has a kid or whatever. So they go to bed and yeah, they go to bed and then it's the next day. They all wake up. The day before they were asking the guys were asking the girls like, what do you want for breakfast or whatever, so that they could figure out what they would make them. So the next morning they were making them their breakfast or whatever. And yeah, they were making their breakfasts. Then we see Bryce talking to um, Zach, and he's telling Zach that he he doesn't want to steal Trinity's youth because Trinity is the youngest and he's the oldest. He's one of the oldest because the other oldest person is Sean. So he's 29 and Trinity is 22. And he was just like, he feels like he's stealing her youth if they were to get together or whatever. And then Zach is telling him that he's not attracted to Kenzie. So we see Bia talking with Trinity, and they're each talking about their coupling. And again, Bia is saying, she doesn't want to be a stepmom, and Trinity isn't sure about Bryce. And that she's not a kissing person because she's a texture person. And I completely get that because me too, I'm a texture person. Yeah, I'm a texture and a looks person. If it don't look good, I don't want it. If it feels funny, I don't want it. That's me. So I'm that person. Um, so then we see no, Melanie tells Trinity like, just stick with it or whatever because this is the first day or whatnot. You never know like what'll happen. So Ariana comes back, and they have to choose if they want to stay in their couplings or if they want to leave. So they get behind them big old doors again, and on each side of the door, it's on each side of the door there's a red and a green um light on the floor or whatever. So she tells them if you want to stay in your couple, you stay on the green. You step on the green. If you want to get off, if you want to leave your couple, you step on the red. So they all get behind the doors, and yeah, they get on each side, and then Ariana tells them to make their decision. So we see Bia, she Bia, she wants out, so she steps on red. Sean wants to stay in the relationship, so he steps on green. Then we see Zach and Kenzie. Kenzie gets on green because she wants to stay in, and then Zach gets on red because he wants out. So then we see Bryce and Trinity, and they both step on red because they both want out. Then we see Casey and Anaya, and they both step on a green, and then Sincere and Melanie, and they both step on a green. So um, before they find out where everybody stands, we get some new bombshells. And Ariana tells them if you're on the no yeah we get the new bombshells, and then Ariana tells them if you're on the green, you're off the market. If you're on red, then you're fair game. So we see the bombshells. It's Gabrielle, and I forgot his age. I think I had. Let me see. Do I have it? Was it on that one that I was just showing y'all? I'm sorry, y'all. Yes, my bad, my bad. Okay, so let me change this and forgive me because again, I am learning this. So here we go. All right. So this is Gabriel, and he is from Miami. I'm sorry, I won't even show y'all the picture. I'm sorry, y'all. He's 26. So he's one of the bombshells. And then we have Kata. She's the other bombshell, and she is 22 and she's from New Hampshire. So these are the bombshells. And I forgot to mention that initially when the show first, when they first showed us who the cast was, it was 6 girls, 6 guys. So Gabriel, he was initially one of the original cast members, and then it was Vasana. She was an original cast member, but some things came out about her, so they removed her from the cast. And instead of them having an odd number, they went ahead and sorry about that. So some things were said about her, like some things came out about her, so she was removed. They went ahead and changed Gabrielle to a um bombshell instead of an original, so that it wouldn't be an odd number. So now he's the bombshell. So they come in and they go and kiss the ones that are on the red. So he kisses Bia first, and we see him kissing Bia. Then we go on the other side, and then we see Kata kissing Zach. Then they both come to, and this was crazy because this the way the camera angle was, it was just like, y'all so messy. But they both go to Trinity and Zach, and not Zach, Trinity and Bryce, and then they start making out, while everybody else, like the other, on both sides, they're just looking like, wow. So they get taken away. So Gabrielle takes Bia and Trinity away, and then Kata takes Bryce and Zach away, and that's how the episode ends. So we don't find out who's with who at this time. But yeah, guys, this was a good episode. This is gonna be I think this season is gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. But yeah, if you make sure you guys are liking, subscribing, and turning on your post notifications so you'll know whenever I post. Get down in the comments, tell me what you guys thought of this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one.